two, one, two, one, two, one, two, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, 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 two. Mm. One, two, two, one, two, two. All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. I'm currently relearning fractional skills, level 2 math, so this is a learn with me session. We are going to go through questions together, make mistakes, fix them, and understand the process step by step. I explain how I think through each question and not just the final answer, so you can follow the logic. Feel free to try the questions with me even if you're not sure. No pressure, just learning and improving together, I guess. So we'll start shortly. When we are going through a question, then before you see the answer, pause the video, answer it on your own. And yeah, last night I was tired, but finally today I'm on the right mind to do it. I'm on the time. um, all right. What I wanted to check something and then I forget. All right. Ah, mm, okay. This session. Mm-hmm. All right. One last check. Let me check also this here is okay. Left this. Let me bring my microphone closer. Let's see. Is it better now? Is it better? This okay. I think it is. Then this, this. All right. So everything working. So let's see. Yesterday we struggled a lot with this. Uh, Alright, so what do we have to do? We have to do the question 1. Uh, this is question 1. So what is the question asking? A phone is now 720 pound after a 20% decrease. What was the original price? So what's the first step here is so we have 100% minus 20% decrease if it's this one. Then this gives us 80%, right? So I think nah. I need to say it. I remember it was a number and then that number a phone is now 720 pound. Okay. We have 720 after a 20% decrease. You know what? I'm gonna go with the exercise 2, which is the increase here, and then for sure I will remember it. Alright, so it is after a 10 pound increase, so what that means is 110. So here to know that is 110, we add it. So to go here we added 10. So in here we need to decrease, so 80%. So in here we need to do this 100% original price, 720. Okay, so let's continue with this. So the first is we add this. Okay, so from here to here, so I need to divide 110 with 100. I think this one is gonna be 1.1, but let's see. But wait, why am I writing in this like sideways thingy? I don't like. So 0, 1, 1 minus 1 is 1 point, so we can put a 0 and then there is 1. So the modifier is 1.1. Okay, and then after a 10 pound increase, the price was 198 pound. So we need to subtract 198 the subtract the divide 1980.1. So this will become 11 and we're gonna need to put one more 0 there. So now to do this, 1 is 11, subtract 9 minus 1 is 8, 0, then we break down the 8, so is 88, this will give us 0, then we bring down the 0 and we put a 0 and we bring the other 0 and then we put another 0. So this will be this for the question 2. Okay, let me clarify on second the steps. So in here, what is my first step? My first step here is to understand the question. For me, I always mostly remember this method, so that's why I'm starting with this. I think this should be correct. But we see. Salary is now 1980 after a 10% increase. So that's very easy to understand. 110% was this price. Okay. And what was the original salary? So the original salary was at 100%. So if we done I don't know how exactly it's called this, but then the second step is to find the modifier from these two. Okay, and then we subtract we divide that by the new price. Now on the here is going to be the opposite, I want to hope. But we're gonna see. I don't know if this is correct. So before going any further, let's check is itu is alright. Yeah, so my reasoning in this one is the one I remember. Now this one is pretty similar, it just has in degrees, but from here we said 100 plus 10 and so the other we need to put 100 minus 20 phono is after a 20% decrease. I just feel like this value is on the 80 after a 2% decrease this number. So the only thing I did here was putting the value, the money, to the wrong input, because if I had to left it like this, then the original price is like what is 1,000, so it's not that. So 720. This is sometimes why there are like some stuff where you kind of learning them while you do them over and over again. So now the first step was, let's write down. Okay, the first step is to understand. Maybe I write in words, because first step is to understand if it's increase or decrease. Two. Second step is, so let's do A, then if is increase, first step is add 100% plus the percentage increase then so 100 plus 10% and line. The second step would be to line them up. Third step is to add the money on the right side of the increased percentage. So what I mean by that, as we saw guys here, this, it was a 10% increase, so the money that is this, then is this part here. It would make no sense if it was here, because after the original price it wouldn't make sense. Okay, so this is what I mean. Este episodio for find the modifier number. This is 1.1 in our case here is what I call the modifier number. I don't know if it's right or wrong in mathematical terms. Okay, and we get this number by dividing the in our example. So when we divide the 110 with 100 as we saw guys here, we get 1.1. The fourth step is to to divide the money or value, let's say value, money or value, with the modifier, so we can get our answer. On the fifth step and last, remember to add the currency if is related to cost and price. Now, if we copy this, we can now do the opposite. If it's decrease, is minus the percentage decrease minus 20, so is, then line them up, step is to add the manual value on the right side of the decreased percentage. So in our case the decreased percentage is here. Find the money by dividing the 100 these percentages, because this is the percentages that we are dividing. Step is to multiply our answer. Step and last, remember all the duration, the cost and price. So this is my explanation, I guess, for this bit here. Okay. I don't know, maybe I put like in a background or something like this. I don't like how it's shown here. You know what, I have an idea. I'm gonna take a picture, just 1 second. Alright, so this is how I had it here anyways. Let's continue. So first we need to find the modifier. So we need to divide 100 8. I have a feeling it's gonna be 1.25. Let's see. So this is gonna go 160 because 8 times 2 is 16, so the 0 is 16. Then it gives this, so yup, and give us 0. But why this tablet is always like this? I'm trying to write, it literally goes this way, bro. Wow. So our modifier is 1.25. Now we need to add 720 times 1.25. This is gonna go because of the pointer, so 5 2 is 10, 35 36, 4 14. Then this is why we make mistakes. 2 2 is 4, then is 14, 72, and now if I add this correctly, 7 plus 3 is 10, so 7 8 9, 9,000 plus the 0, but because there's a decimal this is off, so and there's 2 decimals, so there take 2, so it's 900. Interesting. Alright, so I guess we have the right method. And we go to question 3. Well, I'm just going to check something. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Because I don't understand how am I writing in this way when I should be writing this way. If I do this, 2 5 6 3 5 2, see, maybe I could add in my application like a grid, a grid will help, because if for example you have a grid like straight line, then you can try 2 5 3, and then you don't get a problem in here. Okay, so we did 1 and 2. And this is question 3. And then we go So what asks us for a discount? A bike is now £450 after a 25 discount. What was the original price? Um, so first we subtract, right? Yeah. So 100 minus 25% is 75%. Alright? What was the original price? So I need to find the modifier to do this. Wait a second. But now after a 25% decrease, so the discount, the money goes here, 450. Alright. So now we need to do the calculation of 175. So this is gonna go 175, is gonna give us 25. Then it's gonna be a dot for an extra zero, and 75 times 2 is what, 150, right? Yeah. And then plus 75, which is gonna be on the third. So basically this is 3 times 75 to understand what I'm doing here. 12. 1 plus 1 is 2. Alright, so we need to put 3 for 225. Then it's gonna give us 25. Oh. Then if we're gonna do the same, it's gonna be the same, right? And then repeats. So this gives this. I don't think it's gonna change anything. One second, let me bring up. My calculator. So if we divide 100 via divide 75, 333. So it's from these numbers. I don't think it's gonna be quite exactly right, but I think this is the way to go through it. So we have 1.333. So now we need to. Alright, one thing I want to do here is, first step is here. A, this is the B. The second step, I put B and B so you can see that is related. We find the modifier, and now on the other step we need to time it by 1.33. So 3 times 5 is what? 15. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 1 is 13. 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 3 is 12, 13. Then is 45 here, because 1 times 45 is 45. Then we add all together 5, 8, 8, 9, 9. Then we have the 0, and then there's two decimal numbers, so it's 598.5, the original price. 98.5, and always remember the pounds. Hopefully, yeah. Not quite, that's one off. I don't get it now. I don't think I did anything wrong. Maybe I did a calculation wrong. How much is if I divide minus 25 is 75. So then if I divide 100, then I did. You see where we're going is a freaking grid. How did I do that wrong? Let's see. 450 times 1.33. 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 1 is 13. 135. 135. And then we have the 5 here and the 4th here, so 5, 8, 8, 9, 5, 8, 9. Multiply wait a second. What if this one here was this? So we would have one more. So maybe it added all the three values. So if we add 1, 3, 5 and then 45 here, how would that go? So we have, wait, then we go 5, 8, 9, 8, 9, 5. interesting. Mm, I just don't quite like this method, you know. So what he does here is 450 divide 0.75. How do you even do this? So you can need to divide by the 100 this. So let's clarify our method here. On increase, let's say we have the 100 plus 10 increase, 10 increase, and will give us this. Then we divide by 100 will give us 1.10, and then value step A, then we divide step 2, step B, step B, then I mean, to be honest, this is much more easier way to do it. But do you are you going to remember it? That's the trick. And honestly, I don't know how does this go wrong. Like, because when I multiply this long number, but how do you not stop there? That's what is the tricky part. Mm. See, we divide by give us 10, then value divide 1.10. Yeah. On degrees, let's say it was -20, then that is 80 degrees. Zero 0.8 if we divide. 0.8, yeah. Divide by 100 give us 0.8. Then what, do we divide again? So we only need to divide then. Divide Okay, let's save this method and we see how it goes. Looking here, what do we got? Alright, let's continue. So we did exercise 3, right? Now we need to do exercise 4. So the increase is 5%, so 100 times 5% is 105%, and then we need to divide the 105 with 100. Give us 5 point, then another 0, no, this here is, okay, I'm confused. This give us 5. Okay, this is 5, then it don't fit. We put a bullet, we put a 0, and then we put a 0, so that this goes 500 and then 1.05. But why am I doing this? If I know this is this, then I should know if I divide this by 100, it's gonna go the point here, so this is gonna become years. So we have 1.05, then we divide the value 21,000. Oops, let's not do this there, we're not gonna have space. 21,000 0.5. To take this there, we need another 2 zeros. And then 2 times this is 210. And then we bring down the 0 and we say how many times this gonna fit there. 0, then another 0, then another 0, and then another 0. So this is going to be the original price. And just to make sure, 20,000 times 105, we go 5 2 is 10, 0 10, 2 0 0, then 1 1 2 2 2, and then we bring 1 2 3 4. Dio tessera exifta, Dio tessera exifta, so 7 digits, so it is correct. So this one is the new value. let's read the question. After the population of donation, what was the population before the increase? Interesting. So E4 is, remember the symbol, this. Okay, so question 5. As we subtract this, okay, which 985 must be, and then divide the 100, it's gonna be 0.85, 85, and then 60, and then we divide this number by the 68. 68, 0.85. To remove the 0, 2, I go there. So now we have 85. How many times fit here? Okay. Now the question is, do I divide the whole number or do I divide the 3 digits? How much is 9 times 85? 95 is 45. 98 is what? Oh my days, I can't remember. 99 is what? 89? Okay, this is 72. 81. Okay, so this is 72 plus 4 is 72 plus 4 is 76. So this doesn't fit, then we go with the 8 times 85. Gonna be 0, 4. 8, 8 is 64 plus 4, 68. So we need 8 for 680. So if I'm correct, 80 times 85 should give us that number. Yeah, so this one is 80. So 80. 80. Yeah. 68. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. That's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching and take care.